Firms typically choose among four main strategic postures when competing internationally. This can be characterized as: first, localization strategy; transitional strategy; third, international strategy; and lastly, global standardization strategy. The appropriateness of each strategy varies given the extent of pressure for cost reduction, and this illustration shows the condition under which each of these strategies is most appropriate. Global standardization strategy is high in cost reduction and low in local responsiveness, while a transitional strategy is high in cost reduction and also high in local responsiveness. International strategy is low for cost reduction and low for local responsiveness. Localization strategy is low for cost reduction and high in local responsiveness. Ask yourself about a product you regularly purchase that you like the most. Why you love the product? How did you find out about this product? How did the company convince you to purchase its product? If the product is marketed internationally, will the same marketing approach that grabbed your attention work for others around the globe? If yes, then it's global standardization. It is the ability to use a standard marketing internationally. In other words, it's the ability for a company or business to use the same marketing strategy from one country to the next. Localization strategy: customizing the firm's goods or services so that they provide a good match to taste and preference in different national markets. Or, a service which is used to adapt a product, addresses customers' behaviors, purchasing habits, and general cultural differences in each country. And by customizing the product offering to local demands, the firm increases the value of that product in the local market. On the downside, because it involves some duplications of function and smaller production runs, customizing limits the ability to the firm to capture the cost reduction associated with mass producing a standardized product for a global consumption. Next is transitional strategy. It is companies operating in at least two countries, based in different economic sectors, no longer originated from developed regions. What are the reasons? First is rich foreign markets. McDonald's originated in the United States but has branched out their chains to almost every single country in the world to access all the markets effectively. Second is exploit resources of foreign countries. Third is find lowest cost of production. Apple company assembled their products in China because it has a cheaper cost in production. And escape trade. International strategy. Taking product first produced for their domestic market and selling them internationally with only minimal customization. The distinguishing feature of many such firms is that they are selling a product that serves universal needs, but they do not face significant competitors, and thus, unlike firms pursuing a global standardization strategy, they are not confronted with pressure to reduce their costs. Xerox found itself in this position in the 1960s, after its invention and commercialization of the photocopier. The technology underlying the photocopier was protected by a strong patents. So far, several years, Xerox did not face competitors. It had a monopoly. The product serves international needs, and it was highly valued in most developed nations. Thus, Xerox was able to sell the same basic product the world over, charging a relatively high price for that product. Since Xerox did not face direct competitors, it did not have to deal with strong pressures to minimize its cost structure. The evolution of strategy. The international strategy is that over time, competitors inevitably emerge, and if managers do not take proactive steps to reduce their firm's loss structure, it will rapidly outflanked by global competitors. This is exactly what happened to Xerox. Japanese companies such as Canon invented their way around Xerox patents. They produced their own photocopiers in very efficient manufacturing plants, priced them below Xerox products, and rapidly took global market share from Xerox. Due to the failure of Xerox, they reduced their cost structure. In that way, global competitors find their way in the market. The message of this story is that an international strategy may not be viable in the long term. Firms need to shift to their strategy from time. In this table, you will see the changes in strategy over time. International strategy to global standardization strategy, international strategy to transitional strategy, localization strategy to transitional strategy, and as competitors emerge, these strategies become less viable, the international strategy to localization strategy.